dreams. We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm thrilled to be here tonight to share my adventures as a shampooer with all of you. You know, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, but sometimes it feels more like a comedy routine. I've encountered more shampoo mishaps and sudsy surprises than you can imagine. But before we dive into the laughter, let me introduce you to someone who knows my shampooing skills all too well. My manager once told me, "Rusty, your shampooing is so bad that even the hair on a bald man's head is trying to escape." So, sit back, relax, and get ready for a night of hilarious tales from the world of shampooing. While working as a shampooer, this is what my manager said about my work. "Rusty, you're the only shampooer who turns a bubble bath into a disaster zone." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. I asked for a clean sweep, not a foam party in the bathroom. Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "You make shampooing look like a crime scene investigation with all those suds." My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "You're the reason we have a warning label on the shampoo that says, 'Use at your own risk.'" My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "Even a cat could do a better job licking itself clean than you do shampooing." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. "Your shampooing skills are so bad, I wouldn't trust you to wash a pet rock." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "I told you to shampoo the carpet, not create a waterfall in the living room." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. "You're like a human pressure washer, and everything you touch gets soaked." We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. "You turn a simple task into a wet and wild adventure." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. I asked for a hair wash, not a hurricane. I've heard some things in my time, but what my superiors said about my work was truly memorable. "Even a car wash does a more thorough job than you." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "Your shampooing is like a scene from a horror movie everyone screams when they see the mess." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. "You're the reason we ran out of shampoo so fast it's all in your hair." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "Your shampooing skills are so bad that even the drain clogs in protest." My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, "I've seen more bubbles in your work than in a bubble bath." Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, "You're like a human water gun, and I'm the target." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. I asked for a hairdo, not a hair don't. So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. "Your shampooing is like a slip and slide fun for kids, a nightmare for adults." Just this Wednesday my colleague said this about me. "Even a rainstorm is more predictable than your shampooing." So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "Your shampooing skills are so bad that even the soap refuses to lather for you." Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "When you shampoo, it's like trying to tame a wild hose." While working some extra hours, my team said this, "You're the only person who can turn a shower into a monsoon." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. I asked for a hair wash, not a tsunami warning. So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. "Even a waterfall isn't as wet as your shampooing." Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. "Your shampooing is like trying to wrangle a slippery eel." Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. "You're like a human sprinkler system, and I'm getting drenched." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. "I told you to shampoo the dog, not baptize it." I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. "Your shampooing is like a water park ride, exhilarating and soaking wet." Guess what my manager said during our meeting? "You make shampooing look like an extreme sport." Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? Even a water balloon fight is less chaotic than your shampooing. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, "Your shampooing skills are so bad, even the rubber ducky is embarrassed." One day this is what my supervisors said about my work. I asked for a gentle rinse, not a tidal wave. Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. "You're the reason we need flood insurance in the bathroom." In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. "Your shampooing is like trying to control a fire hose on full blast." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. "I've seen more waterlogged disasters in your wake than in a shipwreck." One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. "You're like a human sprinkler, and I'm the grass that's had enough." Picture this. My executive's comment on my work went something like this. "I asked for a haircut, not a hair flood." It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. "Your shampooing is like a waterlogged nightmare, endless and messy." You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. "Even a water balloon fight is more organized than your shampooing." So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. "Your shampooing skills are so bad, even the drain is giving up on you." We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. "Your shampooing skills are so bad that even the fish in the tank are starting to complain about soggy water." Another day I went to work and my manager said, "I asked for a gentle rinse, not a shampoo avalanche." Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, "You're the only shampooer who can turn a bathtub into a water park." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. "I told you to wash the car, not create a car wash in the driveway." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. "Your shampooing is like trying to tame a runaway fire hydrant." You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. "You're like a human tsunami, and I'm desperately searching for higher ground." I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. "Even a water balloon fight has more control than your shampooing." You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. I asked for a gentle shampoo, not a full-scale deluge. Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? "Your shampooing is like a waterlogged comedy act, everyone's laughing except me." So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. "You make shampooing look like an Olympic water sport." So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. "Even a rainforest shower is less intense than your shampooing." My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. "Your shampooing skills are so bad that even the shampoo bottle is rolling its eyes." I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. "I told you to shampoo the rug, not turn it into a swimming pool." I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. "You're like a human showerhead on turbo mode, and I'm drowning in shampoo." Just this Wednesday my colleagues said this about me. I asked for a hair wash, not a hair hurricane. Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. "Your shampooing is like trying to control a water cannon with no off switch." Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, "You're the reason we're all wearing life jackets in the bathroom." The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. "I told you to shampoo the dog, not baptize it in the backyard." Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. "Your shampooing skills are so bad, even the rubber duckies are calling for help." So, then I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, "You've turned every shampoo session into a watery disaster movie." Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight for a bubbly and laughter-filled journey into the world of shampooing. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my sudsiness adventures and the challenges of taming the water beasts. Remember, it's all in good fun, and I've had a blast sharing these stories with you. But before we wrap up, let's bring back someone who knows my shampooing skills all too well, my ever-observant manager. I leave you with his last words. "Rusty, your shampooing is so bad, even a drought would avoid you." Thank you all for being an amazing audience, and let's keep laughing together. Good night. Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I am entertaining. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed and keep smiling.